Where Okay, hello everyone. And as you can hear, my voice is still gone, but it's fine. Um, I am streaming my last stream in Finland. The tracking is a little bit off because my camera is positioned very differently from the usual, but it's fine. I'm trying my best. This is just like an information stream where I just tell you guys that I'm going and like telling how I'm doing. So if anyone wonders where I am or what's going on, they can check on this little stream. It won't be long. I will just basically tell you like all the essential information, and as you can hear, my voice is still gone and it is very echoey. My apartment is pretty empty right now. Not completely empty. There's more stuff than there should be, taking into consideration that today I'm doing the move out cleanup, which is, well, I finished with my balcony already. Like my balcony has been why am I wearing my headphones? There's no point in that. I finished cleaning up my balcony, and I also finished with my like clothes closet. I need to wipe the floor with a wet towel once more, but I think that's done. Then I will be probably proceeding with the kitchen cabinets, and yeah, packing is still not done because I'm waiting for my computer to be packed in. That will determine what can fit and where. And I wanted to stream this one last stream before packing away my PC. Yeah. I'm moving tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. I will be moving to Japan. I'll be flying an 11-12 hour flight. It's a straight flight, which is very nice. And then I will be arriving in Japan during early afternoon. I already have my hostel and everything booked. Apparently the rental agency is applying for the one very good apartment for me, even though I don't have all the necessary documents needed. I'm not gonna get into that too much because it's all boring and difficult and I don't know, legal stuff. But I will be going to Japan, and hopefully I'm not sent back home. I shouldn't be if all goes according to plan. But I'll keep you updated on Twitter in case you're interested in what's going on. Yeah, this is quite exciting. I still cannot really, I'm not feeling nervous. A few times I was very stressed and like I couldn't sleep. But from time to time, it kind of like, I'm very present. I'm like very grounded in the present, which is very good. It helps in focusing in the tasks at hand, quite literally. I am stressing a little bit about the bureaucratical procedures that are still ahead. I've been contacting like this support like teams and stuff, but they didn't really answer the questions that I asked them. So yeah, I'll just have to do my own conclusions. Anything else regarding that? No, not really. It's very exciting. It's a whole new year in a new country. I've never immigrated anywhere, migrated anywhere. So this is my first time ever being an immigrant, and I'm actually very looking forward to the experience since, you know, there's been an increasing conversation about immigrants in Europe since 2014, right? And the current government in Finland, the very far rightist government. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. I'm just talking about my like procedures and my like might move out. A little update before I move. I'm just talking about like it's gonna be very interesting to get the immigration experience, since right now the Finnish government is very far rightist and they are very anti-immigrants, and stuff like that. So it's gonna give me Japan. I'm moving to Japan, yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be like interesting. Gives a whole new perspective when I am the one who struggles with the bureaucratical procedures and stuff like that, and it will maybe make it easier for me to maybe then help people here when I come back. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe, like, who knows? Yeah. But I have like a plan. I have made like a list in my calendar, like what I do during the first few days, like bank accounts and stuff like that. I also got help from other Finnish people who moved to Japan about like which banks to prefer to. Yeah, I'm gonna be there for a year for university student program for exchange. So I'll be leaving tomorrow, and then I hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, I will be returning by the half of August. Will you continue streaming? Yes, I will. So what will happen is I go to Japan, and because there are a few documents I still don't have and I have to wait for them, I cannot do really anything about them. I've been conducting every place, but they have just told me to be patient. So that might affect my ability to rent an apartment. But I have been in contact with a rental agency since July, and they said that they will apply for an apartment for me anyways. So fingers crossed, I might be able to move into an apartment on 4th of September. If not, then we just have to wait, and we just have to wait. I have to hope that luck is on my side. But once I have an apartment and my life is like kind of settled there, like I have my bank account and I have the apartment, I have internet, I have a new phone, SIM card with Japanese number, blah 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 blah. I have like all my stuff there. I have bought a new monitor. I'm gonna take my PC with me and everything else, but I will have to buy a new monitor. But anyway, like stuff like that. Once that has been arranged, I will be able to continue streaming. Yeah. I have to focus on my studies more, which means like maybe less regular streaming, or maybe still regular but more scarce. So maybe 2-3 streams a week. But yeah, it will be exciting, and my plan is to continue streaming. I just have to arrange circumstances to be able to stream, and that means an apartment and internet that is fast enough and a monitor, and yeah, and then I'll be able to stream, and then I'll probably make a chat stream about my move and everything like that. It's gonna be very exciting. Of course, there's gonna be changes in like when I will, like time-wise, when I will be streaming. So it might be inconvenient for some people. I will be adding the new UTC plus a new time zone to my schedules and stuff like that. So in Finland, it's been UTC +3. If you are not familiar with this particular time zone, like time zones, it's a system that was made to kind of the global, international, like time zone, time zoning. The zero is in England. Japan, I think, is UTC +9 or 7. 7, I think, UTC +7 or 8. Either way. So it will be 6 hours ahead of Finland's time, and it will be 8 hours ahead of UK time. And then I don't know about USA. USA has few time zones, I think. But yeah, my streams will be on a different time of the day, depending on where you live, in which country. But it's just an exciting thing to do. I will try to have various times during which I stream, like mornings, evenings, night times. Because I'm a foreigner and there might be like a little bit of uncomfortability about it, like in the neighborhood, I try to not be too disturbing with loud noises during the nighttime. In Finland, it's been very different. At first, it might take me some time to get comfortable, so we shall see about that. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm taking my bigger kantele with me, like a Finno-Greek traditional instrument, so I'll be able to make music there. It's gonna be so exciting, just stressful at first. I have a friend who lives in the city I moved to, and their boyfriend can take like some of my luggage for the time being until I have the apartment. In case I won't be able to rent one, I might I'm in a hostel. I have booked a hostel for a week, and then I might change to an Airbnb until I'm able to get an apartment. It's very stressful in the way that, you know, there's no certainty in time schedules when it comes to, for example, like needed papers to, you know, with Finnish passport you can be in Japan for 90 days without, if you don't earn money. For money earning you need a working visa, but if you're just there as a tourist, a visitor, short-term stay, you can just go there with Finnish passport. What I lack is a student visa for now. I have called to many places, but they cannot make it faster, of course, because there's a lot of papers for them in the immigration bureau to go through. So I just have to be very patient about it. But I'm gonna go to Japan anyways now with the Finnish passport, and that is the thing I'm like more stressed about. Like, I hope they will let me in. It would be anticlimactic to come back, but like the next day. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. And anything else about the move? Cleaning up this apartment is so horrible because the previous renter of this apartment didn't really do a proper cleanup. I don't know when was the last time there was actual cleanup done in this apartment before I came in. So there's like this nasty sticky dust everywhere. It's a lot of scrubbing. Luckily the apartment is sold already to the next owner, so I guess that means I don't have to be that like proper. I think it's gonna take me 5 hours to get this done. Like, my plan now is going through the kitchen cabinets, emptying the place, finishing packing after this stream, and then vacuuming the floor, washing it, and then going through like walls. Windows don't luckily have to be washed because the apartment building, there was this huge window changing operation throughout the summer, so they are pretty much like clean. And one thing that is going to be nasty is the fridge. And then there's one thing that I'm stressed about is I have a washing machine here, like a clothes washing machine, and well, I don't want it. So I'm like kind of like, can I just leave it here? And no, I could make like a post like, come and fetch it if you can, but if no one wants it, oh shit, what am I gonna do then? Maybe I have to pay someone to take it away from here. Yeah, that is a stressful part. And another one is like cleaning the oven, because the oven was not clean when I moved here. And it certainly has not gotten that much cleaner after I moved here. Well, I have been living here, so like cleaning that up is gonna be a stretch. But otherwise I think it's gonna be fine. I just need to kind of organize my thoughts and everything. Yeah, that is what's going on this side of the world. Yesterday we did a lot of lifting. We moved all my stuff to a balcony, not balcony, like what do you call it, like a storage room in the upper part of the house, like apartment building of my like father's apartment building, like where he lives, because the neighborhood there is very friendly. One of the neighbors allowed to use their like storage space because it was empty. Unfortunately, the apartment building did not have a lift, and it has like 7 or 6 floors, so we were just like walking up and down carrying bed frames and tables and whatnot, like everyday life things, books. I was so sweaty and tired. When I woke up today, I wasn't able to move without an enormous amount of pain in my lower back. I think it's a little bit better now. But yeah, that's what we did yesterday. Today we will have to move a few more things, but not that much else. Anything else. It's just the cleanup today. Yeah, then there's like all these ambiguous items I have here, like I'm not sure if they're trash or not. So those also are a little bit stressful, like this in between trash and useful things, and do I take them with me or do I not, and stuff like that. But it's fine. It will sort itself out. No, it won't. I will be sorting it out eventually. What else should I say? Yeah, this is not a final stream. I will continue streaming. My plan is to stream throughout Japan, and then when I move back to Finland, I will continue streaming then. This is a hobby I love. From time to time, I have a little bit less motivation. Sometimes I feel a little burnt out, but overall, when I think about the hobby, I feel happy about it, and I feel continuously curious about doing this streaming thing. I've always liked these kind of like complex hobbies that are actually, I do them like a full-time job, because like I also like doing like very simple tasks. Like for example, for a moment my like I could say it was a hyperfixation was Japanese studies. I studied for a whole summer every day from 8 to 16 hours in a row, and I really didn't do anything else. But I also have always liked these very complex and multifaceted, multidimensional hobbies and tasks. Like with streaming, it's like so many things I can do, like endless possibilities of creativity, and that is very inspiring and makes me happy. Because it's all things I like doing, and this is a convenient way of keeping myself up with, for example, drawing and video games and analysis and growing and English language skills. This is a very good practice for English pronunciation and just like holding up conversations in English. I was thinking about it like a few days ago. I have recorded myself speaking English like from time to time throughout the years. It would be interesting to go back and make a kind of like a comparison between today and back then. Like lately I've been talking with like people who speak English, and I've been actually having long conversations with them, which I didn't do like only 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I remember back then I was just like paralyzed, and I had all these thoughts I didn't really know how to put into words or sentences, more like. But now I feel like I'm increasingly able to express myself in English, and it's just getting better and better and better, and that is very exciting. Some books I have tried, like scientific books that are in English, that I tried reading a few years ago, and that they went really over my head, like what is this language? Now I can read them, and there are still some books that are quite difficult. For example, the Genesis, when it discusses like more particular physics stuff, which I think it's more about that I don't know anything about physics because I'm a humanist, arts and letters student. But yeah, I think this streaming thing has really helped me also with English language. But yeah, drawing and video editing and streaming itself, video games, creating environments, social media stuff, all kind of like things. There's an endless amount of possibilities, animation and stuff like that, music. Even though I have not maybe released as much, there's a lot of work going on the background, slowly and steadily, and also in my mind. I know I'm not the most creative person. I'm pretty basic, and one could say that my content is mostly boring, but for me it's been a blast. Yeah. But this will be the last stream for a while. I cannot tell you when I will be able to stream again. I will be keeping you updated on Twitter and hopefully sometimes on community posts. But Twitter is the place where I inform people mostly because it's quite convenient. But if I was to guess, I think by the end of September I can stream again. Okay, I think I've said everything there is, like kind of shared about the situation and what's going on. Tomorrow I will be flying away. It's such an absurd thought. I've been working towards this since 2019. It's been 4 years. Hello, Killer. Talking about my move. I'm moving to Japan tomorrow, and I was just about to get to the part where it feels absurd. That I've been working on this actively since 2019 when I first started my like intensive Japanese language studies. Yeah, long time no see, and it will be a pretty long time until we can see again via streams. You know, back then when I was like graduating high school, I understood that I can actually like move away from Finland because back then I really didn't have anything here left. There was like my father, but that's all. Like I didn't have like any close friends or anything like that. I was like, I can just leave the country. Back then I applied for like this scholarship program by the education ministry of Japan. I didn't get in. The mathematics part of the exams were just so bad. But since then I've been like working towards this. And I remember when I was in elementary school actually, and I heard that people can in high school go to exchange. I actually then at first wanted to go to New Zealand because of Lord of the Rings, but then changed my like view towards Japan. And since then I've been like interested in Japan, like in societal studies and the politics and history and like issues of the modern day society of Japan. Wait, you going to Japan? Yes, I'm going to Japan for a 1 year exchange studies program. I'm moving tomorrow and I will be coming back to Finland in mid-August next year. I will be streaming in Japan, but I don't yet have an apartment there. So I cannot stream until I have an apartment and a new monitor and internet and stuff like that. But after everything is settled, like I've settled down there and have a home, I can start streaming again because everything is currently very uncertain. I cannot give you an exact date when I can continue streaming, but it will be probably by the end of September. I will be keeping you like updated on Twitter, and I will probably make posts on community posts, maybe do video editing. But hello Anna, welcome to the stream. But it's everything is uncertain when it comes to dates, and this stream is to kind of give you an update. You can refer back to this if you're like, what is going on, why is there no live streams or anything. So kind of like thank you so much. Just kind of like what's up and how the move has been on this side of the world. And my streams will be on a different time zone, like Japan is 6 hours ahead of Finland, depending on the like summer or winter time. So I think it's UTC +7 or 8 time zone, on the international UTC time zone thing that is very Eurocentric. But yeah, it's gonna be. It's been in my mind since I was in elementary school. Back then, I was prohibited from going to Japan in high school, so I didn't get to go to exchange then. And then I was not picked for the scholarship system, which would have been 4 years of Japanese university studies, getting the bachelor's degree, and then continuing for master's degree. Actually, I started university in Finland just because, I remember after graduating high school, I was like, take your time to settle in. Jet lag can be rough. yeah, that too. But mostly like just adjusting to the new environment and getting an apartment and everything like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, like if everything goes like in the most perfect way, I have an apartment on the 4th of September. But if everything just goes south and south and south, it might take until October. RIP my money. But yeah, after I graduated high school, I went through a very rough period of time. Oh, at least you got to live in Japan. Yeah. After high school, I went through a very rough patch. Like I went to another a bit worse state of my mental health. That happens, in waves. And I didn't think about the future or studies or anything, but people encouraged me, mostly my father, to still anyway apply for a culture studies program in Helsinki University. So that's what I did. I got in, and it was kind of like whatever. In there, I was like, maybe I could go to Japan for exchange studies, and then I did the applications. But there was kind of like this feeling of defeat already. Like, I'm not gonna get in. I will fuck things up. And even when I had gotten approved for the university, and I had started ending my rent contracts and everything, and still then I felt like defeated, like everything is going south, like I will mess everything up, I will be in Finland forever and Japan doesn't even exist. But at the beginning of August, I think it started to change and become more concrete. Like I felt like maybe this can actually happen. And now tomorrow I will be going there. Whatever happens, I will be there tomorrow, or the day after. And it's like, man, it's insane. I cannot even imagine it. I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you're better now. We're here for you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing better now. Yeah. I have more structured present life in a way. And I'm doing much better than back then. Yes, thank you. But now I'm going there tomorrow. After all these hard years and struggles and wishful thinking, I'm finally going there, and it's gonna be real. Hydration time, everyone. I don't have my headphones on, so I don't hear all the stretch reminders or anything. Yeah, but it's like I'm very grounded in the present to kind of keep myself from not stressing too much about things. But yeah, I will be there, and I will land, and then I will get all my luggage, and I'll be looking at the train time schedules, and I'll be like, wow, with my phone, with Google Maps, with some airport Wi-Fi, trying to find my way. It's gonna be because I've never been to Japan, I don't have any mental images of where I'm going and how I'm going or what it looks like. I only have seen pictures and videos and stuff like that, but I've never been there. It'd be totally different to move, for example, to London, because I have been to London multiple times, or to Sweden or even Lisbon, because I have been there. but for this time, I'm actually going from an edge of a continent to the other edge. I'm actually moving through Eurasia. Like Finland is on the very other side of like at the edge of Eurasia, and then Japan is on the other side. It's gonna be like, think about that. Think about that. That's actually possible. That's insane. Like the possibilities we are offered in today's world is, at least for privileged bitches like me. Yes. As long as you know the language, you should be fine. Living in a new country can be scary. Yeah. I can speak Japanese enough to survive there, and I can understand it a little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm going to be fine. That's what I want to believe. Like I think when people are like, it's gonna be fine, I actually believe in that, because there are very few situations an average person will face that would actually be like at the end. Like for example, being lost in a train station. Eventually you will get somewhere. It's not like you're gonna die there standing. It's just like you can take a breather. Nothing is that catastrophic in that situation, like, and I want to believe that, and my belief is sincerely that most people that exist on Earth are good people who want to help you and are willing to give you some kind of aid, even though it seems very often that there's really no hope. But I believe that like that has been my experience in everywhere I've been to, in Finland and in other parts of Europe. It might be also because I'm white. But anyway, I think most of the people are there to help you. Like if you're lost, they are most willing probably to try to help you to the right track. Or if your phone is dead, someone will lend you a charger. There's always someone. Yeah. But you got that. Oh, yeah, I got this. It's a beautiful country. Yes. It's a beautiful country. It's going to be very hot in there. Coming from Finland, suffering in 20 degrees, going to 30 degrees is like always a shock. But yes, it's a beautiful country. I cannot wait to just, get to walk around the city, like in the suburbs. That is my favorite thing to do in any country, just walking around. And I'm very much looking forward to that, and seeing the nature, because it's going to be so different, like the soundscape of the place and the, well, I don't really smell, but the sounds and what I see and stuff like that. You could learn more about cultural differences, and you should be fine. Yeah. Luckily, I have studied. My study subject is Japan, so at least I know quite a lot about it already. Yeah, it would be very different, for example, to move to, let's say, Cuba or Costa Rica, or I don't know, Arizona, or that's not like places like there, or Ghana, or Kuwait, or Israel, or Poland. It would be very different to move those countries, for example, or all these other countries that I've never been to or don't know much about, than it is to move to Japan, since I've been reading so much about it and seeing content about it so much for over a decade. That is gonna be a really big help. I've only ever been to America. Yeah, I have only been to Europe. Multiple places in Europe, though. Very privileged, I know. But for a European person, average European person, not that crazy. I think the countries I've been to, I could try to list them, Finland, of course, because that's where I come from. Estonia and Sweden, of course, because they're right next to us. I guess then England, of course. Though I don't really know. In England, I've only been to London, like, and in London, I've been mostly in East London, taking pictures of graffiti, because that's really the only reason I go to London. I've been to Portugal. There I've been actually to kind of many places. We were staying in Lisbon for a while, and then we went to the countryside and we visited Sintra and these very small cities, villages around it. Then went to the coastline. This 3,000 people little mini village, and then drove around the country. I've also been to Spain. But in there, I was only in Barcelona, and you could kind of say it as part of Catalonia instead of Spain, depending on politics. I have not read too much about the situation there. I've been to Paris. I've been to Germany. I've been to Switzerland so many times. It's probably my most visited country because both of my parents have very close friends there, and I know another one of them has lived there for a while. So ever since I was a kid, I've been there. Like, and I have been like everywhere there. I've been to the southern parts and the northern parts. We have just drove around it, gone through with trains, and it really have gotten the opportunity to really get to know the landscape of the country. Very beautiful. Switzerland is beautiful, and hopefully I'll be able to visit it again during the next 3 years. Have I been to other places? Denmark, of course. There also we went to first the Copenhagen. I've been to Copenhagen a few times, the capital city. But then we also went around to other parts of it as well. Then I don't know, have I been to other countries? That might be all of them. All of them that I can remember. Yeah. That is quite a lot of countries. Let me just sneeze. Yeah, I think that's all the countries I've been to. Hello, Puppet Bo, welcome to the stream. Lovely to see you too. I was just talking about the countries I've been to, and before that I was talking about like my thoughts and experiences and like history with this travel, with this like upcoming move to Japan, like how I've been working on it and how I've been thinking about it. Before that I was talking about like how the move has been here. I've been also talking about Japan's side of things, like what will maybe happen there. And yeah, I will continue streaming in Japan once I have settled down and have an apartment. I have no idea when that will be, but by the end of September, most likely. In best case scenario, by 4th of September. So really, who knows? How are you doing? I'm still a little bit sick. Yeah, I tried to stream If Found, and it was supposed to be like this a bit longer stream and everything, but I was sick and I'm tired, and then YouTube Studio didn't work with If Found, and then I just felt like, oh, everything is going south, so I stopped the stream early, and I might delete the whole stream and stream If Found all over again some other time. Yeah, it was quite a flop, but I tried. I tried. Yeah, I thought I didn't have that much stuff like yesterday when we moved all my stuff, but then I think I could maybe, once I come back to Finland, I could really do another proper going through my stuff and moving more stuff out. Like 2 days ago I went to get my No, it was yesterday. Oh right, yeah, yesterday was horrible weather. It was like raining and windy and everything. I was I had like these 2 very heavy like paper bags, like very big paper bags with me, full of stuff for the secondhand store. And I remember it's only like a 10 to 15 minute walk to the most nearby shopping center, where is like the closest secondhand shop. And I was going there with them, like blood didn't run in my hands because they were so heavy. They were like, it was horrible. And then other of the bags just broke from the bottom. It was horrible. And it was all scattered throughout the street, and it was raining heavily. It was horrendous. And once I got to the shopping center, the other bag also broke in the middle of the aisle. Oh, it was so horrible. But yeah, I've been like throughout the past 3 years, I've been, for this occasion of moving to Japan, I've been like lessening my stuff a lot. So it's very different, like from moving into this apartment I live in. I have been living for the past few years. When I moved here, I had so much more stuff than I have right now. I have no idea how that has happened to be. Maybe because a lot of like relatives have just given me stuff like out of their like storages. For example, I think I could have 1 box full less of books, but it's like kind of like I want to read them before I give them away. I got them from my stepmom's parents like 5 years ago. Yeah, it's also a bit funny because like in Finland, when you move, you don't rent like these moving boxes or anything. You go to the nearby stores and ask for banana boxes. I don't know if you have them in your countries as well, but they are like these 2-parted like cardboard boxes. They have like a lid, and then I have like holes in the middle. That's what we use. They're free. Those are what we use to carry and storage our stuff here. At least people from middle class and lower. I don't know about the elite people, but banana boxes, like I love them so much. They're very great. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Is there anything you want to ask me? Anything else? Yeah, if there's something you wanted to know but missed, you can just watch the VOD later. I think I went quite thoroughly through this. This is also longer than I thought I would be talking. Yeah, and also I think this is my first like Zatsudan, like chatting stream. I think I have not done this before, and the reason has been because I felt like my viewer base is quite small to do that. But this was surprising, like having all of you here in the chat saying hi to me. It's been a pleasant surprise. Not talking to a void completely. Yeah, okay. I think I should get back to my apartment cleaning, so I can at some point like actually just leave the whole fucking place. Yeah. Thank you for everyone for coming to say hi, and next time I'll be streaming, I'll be in Japan, and I'll be updating you guys on Twitter and community posts about how it's going, if everything is going south, or maybe if everything goes okay. We shall see. No one knows what will happen. Maybe a typhoon will come in, or strong winds nearby, or some kind of and we have to do a fast landing somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and shit goes down. But who knows? We shall see. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah, I think I said everything there is to say, and now I start packing my PC. Whew, man. Yeah. I guess see you in Japan. Bye. じゃあね。